guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting over here, there we go, over here in the background are all the garden boxes that we've been working on. We had a really busy day yesterday, so I wanted to run around and show everybody what we've been up to. Mark is working on getting a video library put together, and we spent a lot of time yesterday in the garden in the sunshine, and it was fantastic. But I've got some video of what we were running around doing yesterday, so hold on and we'll get to it. Okay, we're going to start over here in the big main garden. Let's do a quick sweep here real quick. And coming here to the inside, and this first bed we just planted yesterday, and what we put in here were our Husk cherries, and the seeds are really tiny, and it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to sprout, so we don't expect anything out of that bed quite yet. And there's our cabbages and volunteer onions, and it's about 10:30 in the morning, and I already watered everybody for the day. And that bed is currently empty, and these two center beds are currently empty. These two center ones we're saving to put our peppers in. And show you my shadow, and then come over here, and this is where Chubbs was, and a few of the starts that had just come up didn't make it through some of our frost, but there's still a few brand new ones in here. There's one right there. They did make it. Now, it's not really warm enough for the tomatoes to be coming up, but apparently we had a few of the volunteer seeds were up towards the top of the bed, and I think it warmed up a little bit faster. So we'll see how they do. Expecting quite a few little seedlings to come up, but you know, it's just not quite time for the tomatoes anyway. But there are still a few that made it through our little bit of frost a few days ago. And some garlic. These are the two long beds towards the end by the shop. The shop's right there. And I still need to get in there and get more of that wheatgrass out. And here's the first box of peas, and they get bigger all the time, and they're starting to get their little tendrils out, and they're all nice and bright green and happy. And every single seed that we planted came up. There's no space in there at all. And this is the other bed of peas, and they are doing the exact same thing. And did have a couple of late bloomers. There's a few of them that are small, but every seed we put in there came up. There's two little ones. They were kind of late to the party, but they still came along. There's one more bed of garlic, and this long bed and that bed right there are still not planted yet. And these are the, let me show you a little perspective. These are the two center beds on the other end. And those have our little broccolis in there. And they are doing really good. And in this little pot are the 4 spares. We had 2 of them that didn't do very well. I think somebody ate one of them. But I bought them in a 6-pack, And those are the 4 extras. So I just put them in that little pot down here with everybody else. And here's the second bed. They're all getting big and happy. And we'll walk back down here towards this end again. And we put spinach in here yesterday. And it won't take them very long. They'll pop right up pretty quick. And right here in this bed are the little beets. And they are turning from, let's see if I can show you this one right here. Find my finger. When they originally come up, like that one, they come up with little red shoots. And then they turn green. It doesn't take them very long. They turn green. But there are lots of little tiny beets just poking their heads up. And we are over here. This is our 3rd bed of cabbage and volunteer onions. And they are all looking really good. And in this box is where we planted our dill yesterday. And it won't necessarily take them very long either. But that box is planted plumb full of dill. But we still have one more set of garden boxes to go look at. So give me a second and let me get over there. Okay, we're over here in our oldest raised beds. And there's one bed of strawberries that we put in over the old asparagus. And these 2 planters here, we put basil in yesterday. And we used quite a bit of it, so we used 2 of the little drum beds. And there's the other strawberries in asparagus bed. And you can see they're getting there really good. They're blooming. They're a little scruffy. They just woke up, but aren't we all? But they're getting started, and they've got a few blooms on them. And in these 2 little white drum beds, we planted our oregano yesterday, and we used quite a bit of it, so we went ahead and planted 2 of them. And this next bed, we planted some really nice big meaty Roma tomatoes in here. There's 10 GAIA planting spots in here. But Mark will explain that more in detail when that video comes out, because we spent most of yesterday, about 9 hours of yesterday, working on getting these planted to add to our video library. Now these 2 white drum beds are both caraway, and we planted them yesterday too. But we tend to use quite a bit of caraway, and with everything going on, it wouldn't hurt to get a little extra planted. That bed is still currently empty. Last year we had our extra sweet potato slips in there, and you can tell that bed's come down considerably, so it'll take a bit to fill it up. And in these 2 drums, yesterday we planted radishes. We like to eat fresh radishes, and you can also dry them and grind them into a powder. And here's the first of the 2 carrot beds. They are not up yet. It'll take them just a little bit, but as soon as they start coming up, I'll be really excited, so I'll definitely let you know about that. Now, these 2 we planted different. The one in the back is catnip. And one thing that catnip you have to do with, the seeds are really tiny and they need light to germinate. So when I watered them this morning, I only watered them really lightly. And this one right here are our chives. So when they come up and they start getting some size on them, we'll harvest them a little bit at a time to use, and then we'll do a final harvest at the end of the year. And this is our second carrot bed, and they're not up yet either, but it won't take them terribly long. So, and it's still going to be just a little bit, but it won't be terribly long. But we have the majority of all of these planted now. We only have that one bed right there in the center that isn't planted. And that's pretty much what we did yesterday. We got a great deal done, but Mark's working really hard to put together a video library. And we got to spend all day out in the sun and the mud. You can see it's still pretty muddy over here. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll be back to talk to you in just a minute. Okay, so that's all the footage that I have for today, and I hope you enjoyed taking a walk with me. We had a really, really, really busy day yesterday, and I think my Fitbit registered about 18,000 steps by the time I went to bed last night, so we got plenty of exercise, and we got to spend the day out in the sun and do the things that we enjoy doing, and it was great. I enjoyed it. But I hope that this video finds everybody well and safe and happy, and spending some time outdoors, because gardening definitely has not been closed. Don't forget, if you haven't entered our giveaway, to please go and enter now. It's got another 6 days, I think, if I remember correctly. Mark can help out with that. But please go enter. It gives us the opportunity to give back to you for everything that you've done for us. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell. It'll tell you when we have new videos out. If you like today's little walk around, please give me a thumbs up. And leave any comments, questions, suggestions, anything that you have on your mind in the little box below. We try our very best to get to everything. And I won't keep you any longer. I know everybody else has plenty to do too, but I do appreciate you spending a little time with me today. And as always, love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.